just got to work hard, so all I'm asking is send in a Marine.
Thank you, and another round of applause, and thank you for your service to our country, sir. Our next guest has patiently waited, and I asked him, I said, well, what would you like me to say about you? He said, just tell him I'm a fighter. Delegate Rick Metzger, a fighter.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. My name is Delegate Rick Metzger, and I'm also part of the District 6 that swept the area. I was thinking Delegate Kipke took my thunder when he was talking about what are you going to do. But here's what I'm going to say. Real simple. When the general calls you to battle, and by the way, Delegate Mike Smigel will always be a delegate. Once a delegate, always a delegate. But today, I'm going to honor him as a general because he's been leading this fight for a long, long time. But when the general calls you to duty, he says, I'm reporting for duty. Ladies and gentlemen, what are you going to do? You're going to report for duty. What are you going to do?
Report for duty.
What are you going to do?
Report for duty.
Listen, when delegate calls you, what are you going to do?
Report for duty.
God bless you.
Thank you very much. Now this next speaker, don't be confused by her size. Don't be blinded by that pink. There is a fighter there. And I've been proud to work beside her while I've been in the Maryland legislature. This is now Senator Addie Eckert.
Thank you so much, Mike Smigel. Give him a round of applause again. He's done a yeoman's job with this. And my brother had to move out of state, Mike, because he could go down there and get his carry permit a lot quicker in the Carolinas. But anyway, I want to say thanks so much for being out here today. You see that you've got a whole team of folks who are supporting what you believe in, what we believe in. We think it's very important, our constitutional right, and you've got to hang in there and fight with us. Reciprocity, the bill that Senator Wah's put in, is a great bill. It's a good opportunity to bring folks together on this issue. There's a real culture clash out there. Those of us who have grown up knowing how to handle guns in our families for generations understand it. Other folks do not. They only see what's on TV and they only hear the propaganda. We have got to educate on how important this is to us. It's a cultural issue. It's part of who we are and what we stand for. So thanks so much for being here today, and show up for these hearings because we need you. We're only as strong as you all are out there. We're the front people, but you're the ones standing holding us up. You've got our backs. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Delegate Eckert. Senator, I'm sorry, but you go away for a couple days and they change everything. Delegate Saab has some good bills he wants to bring up here and tell you about.
Thank you so much. I was standing back there. I hope when I come up here my lips won't freeze because it's so cold. But I'll be brief. I represent Anne Arundel County, and I'm a member, and I have two bills this session for the renewal application for carry permits, reducing the hours from 8 hours to only 2 hours. My heart tells me 2 hours, but 0 hours. But we're going to go for 2 hours. Just a refresher course that you can take online. My second bill is to, once you renew your license, you already have your fingerprints. Our fingerprints don't change. So once you have it done once, you don't have to do it again. Thank you so much. Come see me anytime, and we're here to fight for you. Thank you.
I can tell you, like I said, you go away for a couple days, they change everything. I used to be the only Marine down here that I knew of, except in the Senate, we had Senator Astle. But now, not only do we have Senator Wah, who I told you about, who's out there flying Harriers, we have the 2010 Marine of the Year, now in the Maryland legislature, Delegate Vogt.
All right, I'm going to start by how we're going to end. I'm going to say Semper Fidelis, and the way every Marine should always respond is, "Hoorah!" So, we're gonna practice it, and then I'll tell you what I have to say. Semper Fidelis. That's what I'm talking about. And when we say it at the end, say it loud enough that the President of the Senate and the Speaker of the House hear it behind you, because those are the ones that need to know that why we're here. But I carry around with me this Constitution that you all know just as well as I do, that we've to support and defend as Marines, sailors, Coast Guardsmen, Airmen, National Guard, and the Army. My apologies. You know, sorry. I have a cousin serving right now, so I'll give you the 10 right now. Hang on. One for the Corps. All right, here we go. One for the Corps. Coast Guard. Air Force. Army. Navy, National Guard, and okay, and I'll wrap it up with this. Every one of us down here are going to sign these bills to help push the Second Amendment. The NRA knows from my cold dead hands. I tell folks when they ask me, don't come to my door and ask, because you're not going to leave if you try to take my weapon. I've got a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old that are going to know how to shoot before most people even touch a gun. So, that's what we're here to do. As a Marine, I'm going to call out the Speaker of the House. We went to visit Under Armour on the freshman tour last month. And if you've ever been to their facility in Baltimore, they've got bars, kind of like monkey bars across the gym where they had this press conference that we met them at. Speaker of the House made the mistake of saying whoever goes across those bars from one end to the other, because probably about as wide as this alleyway here in Lawyers Wall. He said if you do it, he'll pass any bill you ever put up in the House. About a dozen of our freshmen got up there and made it about 4 or 5 bars. He obviously didn't know the 2010 Marine of the Year was there. So I got on those bars, and by the time I was halfway through, they all realized, oh crap, shouldn't challenge a devil dog. Got across those bars, and I've already told the Speaker, you better watch out, Mr. Speaker. We're gonna come calling. You made that promise, it's gonna happen. Thank you all for your support. Call me at any day, any time. I'm your Marine. Semper Fidelis.
Outstanding. And I appreciate that he told me if I mess up, he's going to do my 10.
Hey, warm him up.
Not as lean, still a Marine. Twice as mean. The next delegate, when you go in judiciary, remember I used to have that first seat all the way on the left. Had an important job. You know, we had to keep everybody taken care of if you had a problem. You had to keep people from getting back here to go after Joe or anybody if they were upset with them. Well, he's taking my old seat there, so he learns that there's all these new responsibilities. Yeah. Delegate Wilson on the judiciary, come on up.
Thank you, Mike. I know one Washington County guy's here. Got any other Washington County out there? Here, very good. Yeah, actually, Deb Ray and I anchor the corner of the judiciary where Mike used to sit. And we take that job very seriously, and we will throughout the term. And I want to talk to you a little bit about a different topic today, and that's getting ready for 2018. Because the reason that we got to 50 this year is the leadership in the House, Nick Kipke, Kathy Szeliga. They went out and they found candidates. They found good candidates who could knock off people that needed knocking off. And we went about our business with the support of you, with the support of many people like you aren't here today, and we got the job done. But 50 is not enough. 71 is the goal, and the only way to get to 71 is to get past 50, and to do that we need to start finding people now for 4 years from now. Just like Governor Hogan started to change Maryland long before he entered their campaign. We need to do that for the House, we need to do it for the Senate, and we certainly need to do it to make sure that Governor Hogan stays in for 4 more years after this. So I give you a mission today, and I ask for you to take it seriously and to get out there and find people, talk to people in your community about supporting good people and getting out there and doing what you have to do in order to turn this state into a true two-party state with 71 Republicans in the majority. Thank you.
Okay, here to wrap up things is our good friend from the NRA. Everybody knows her, what a great job she has done since she has come in. And she was here for many years before with the caucus, the Republican caucus. And she is everybody's go-to person when we got a problem. And we go, and Shannon is always prepared to fix those problems and to help us all out. Ms. Shannon Alford with the NRA representative from Maryland.
Get your rally signs up. I gotta take a selfie. Awesome.
Thank you so much for coming out today. My name is Shannon Alford. I am your NRA liaison here in the state of Maryland. And speech. Got a couple of things I wanted to say to you all. 2 years ago, thousands of Maryland citizens came to Annapolis to speak to their elected officials, to speak the truth, to stand up for their rights, for the Constitution, for freedom, and for liberty. And 2 years ago, in the chambers right behind you, Liberty took a wound. Lady Liberty was beaten and damaged by individuals more concerned with pressing an agenda than with the truth, more concerned with scoring political points than with doing what's right. But she was not beaten down. She was not defeated. Lady Liberty stood up, shook off the blood, sweat, and tears, and said, "What's next?" And what came next is the cornerstone of our republic, the foundation of this grand American experiment. Decisions are made by those who show up. And in 2014, you showed up. All across America, patriots stood up for their rights and expressed their opinions in the only poll that actually matters. And nowhere more so than in Maryland. There are 60+ new legislators in those chambers today. There's a new governor on the second floor today, and it's because you showed up. And today, you've braved the cold, you've braved the weather, you've braved the traffic, and you've shown up again. We'd like to introduce those legislators to our community. Hello, delegate. Hello, senator. I'd like for you to meet my friends. We're the good guys. We're the guys who get up and go to work. We volunteer in our communities. We take our kids to school and to the playground, and we tuck them in at night with a kiss and a story and a whispered prayer for their safety. We're the good guys. We're the guys who put food on the table, who contribute to wildlife conservation, who participate in sports, and who have never raised a hand in anger, but would gladly die to defend their friends, their family, and their country. Hello, delegate. Hello, senator. I'm pleased to meet you. We understand that you were sent here by your communities to wrestle with problems, with challenges, and with tragedies. We support you in coming up with ideas, with plans, and with solutions. And while you're doing it, all we ask is that you remember just one thing. We're the good guys. Thank you all so much for coming out today. This is an amazing turnout. I'm so glad to see everybody. There's a sea of stickers and buttons, and it's fantastic. And now is the moment you've all been waiting for. Go inside, get out of the cold, and go shake hands with all of those legislators who were here today, and more importantly, all of the ones who weren't. God bless everyone who came out here today. God bless America.